original characters. I'm curious to know, like, because as the book is changing and you haven't even seen the new libretto, but what you know so much so far about Lucia, is there anything in particular that you're kind of most excited about digging into?
I think I'm most excited about playing like a super strong, I'm not going to
You
swear,
can
but like
swear.
bad,
Badass.
badass woman. She's a proper woman. And I think um, the characters that I've played, they've been super independent and super, they've also been strong, but they've been girls turning into women. Whereas this is like, she is who she is. And I'm really excited about that. I feel like I am a woman, so it's nice to be portraying someone with real strength but also heart.
Yeah, I think you bring up a really great point. A lot of people have been asking Ashley and me, oh, Figaro, is it based on the
Yeah.
opera? And actually, so that people
Yeah.
know, the reason why the name of it is Figaro is when Ashley and I met during the pandemic, one of my first questions to her was, one, did you ever write a musical before? And she said, no, that's all I've ever wanted to do. So that's what we did for a year and a half of the pandemic.
Yeah.
But two, I asked her, have you ever written a song for the music theater? And she said, Will, only one. It was a few years ago and it was called Figaro, just because she loved the way that it went off the tongue and the musicality. And literally, I heard the song and not much has changed from, I just saw it as a bookend
Yeah.
in my head. And so
Yeah.
that's how the name, came about. But back to you and your character. What I'm excited about so excited about, and even more so in this latest edition of the libretto, which you'll be getting at the end of the month,
So
because
excited.
director Will is saying, "Hey kids, come off book on day one," and so I'm like to myself, you know what, Will, you want to do that? Give them 2 months to learn, and not a week.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely. That's so nice as well, because usually you'll get a script on the first day and then you're trying to learn it in 2 weeks. And no, I want to be super prepared. So I'm glad you said that.
always have to take care of the babies. I called my actors my babies. I know some people don't like that, so if it doesn't, God bless, you can tell me offline. But no, what I'm really excited about is exactly what you mentioned, and I want to dig into it, Amy. A character that is unapologetically strong, but also unapologetically flawed.
Yeah.
But someone who at the end, I don't want to give it away, but in
No.
Act Two, really makes you see the human beneath the facade. I'm curious if there are any roles that you have played that you feel like you can kind of understand what that's about through having played them.
Well, yes, definitely through roles, but I think even in
There it
life,
is.
just life, I think we play roles in life, like in different situations, in different scenarios with different people. You might sway a bit in your character to well, I definitely do this. I think I'll just be honest. I
Yeah.
definitely do different situations will make myself, I guess, not different, but you just use access different parts of your personality. But I think, yeah, this is why she's so great, because she is really flawed, as is
Hello.
everybody. Hello, we're also flawed, and so that's so wonderful to play because that's real. You
Amen.
that real life. People are. You can when you're watching someone on stage as a character, they shouldn't you shouldn't always, I think, just immediately love them. Sometimes you have to work for it a bit, and I think people will love her. I think they really will,
Yep.
and they'll also see her vulnerable side,
Yes.
which is really exciting. But we're all flawed and we all have things going on, and yeah, that's what's exciting about being human.
I think you bring up a really great point, Amy, in that, you know, it isn't just about the roles that you've played, that you access different tools in your tool belt based upon, dare I say, the roles that you play as a human every
Yeah.
day. And not saying that, of course, you're faking or you're acting, but I think you bring up a
No.
good point that I think we as humans, I just like that's a really, oh, it's becoming a therapy
It's so
session.
deep.
I'll Venmo you later, baby. I think that so right. I feel like we all, in different aspects of our life, play different, I don't want to say play different versions of ourselves, but put forward
Yeah, put forward.
a version of ourselves that best serves not only the person or people we're speaking with, but also ourselves in some way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we do it just naturally. I was working today. I was doing a, a workshop for another new musical today, but it, you know, when you're in work mode, you're in work mode. Like I'm Aimie, but she's at work. So, you know, I'm professional. I'm
Yeah.
getting stuff done. I'm you know, I'm in it.
Yeah.
And then when we left, we all, you know, before I came on here, we went out with the cast and we had a bit of a debrief. And then I'm somebody else. I'm like me, but Aimie in like social setting. So it's not, like you said, it's not about being fake or anything
Yes.
like that. It's just you are different people in different, and then with your family you might be different, or with your partner, or you know. But yes, I think what we're saying is that basically people are so multifaceted and super flawed, and that is what's beautiful about them.
Absolutely. Well, you're getting so much love from so many people. I've read some of the comments commenting on your nails. People want to know how many times you've dyed your hair. Um, Someone said at Musical Con you were announced as Sienna, and you know this is probably my fault. So with the names, they're
Yes.
unapologetically all Italian in this show, and they all are like variations on themselves. Let's go through them, okay?
Yeah.
We have Figaro, Sienna, Lucia, Gia, Gianni, Amelia, Antonio. I mean Antonio. They're all like they're they also. I can understand why the announcer called you
Yeah, yeah,
Sienna.
totally. Yeah, yeah, for sure. And you know what? For people who don't know, Musical Con, because it's so big, like the Excel Center is huge, as you know, people who were there will know. And the sound is like, it's a bit like singing and speaking in like a bit of a goldfish bowl.
Yes.
So I couldn't really hear what Shanae was saying. And then I thought, oh, it's fine. When you come and see the show, you'll work it out.
I know. You probably just heard Ia.
I, yeah, I was like, yeah, 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 that's me.
No, but for people who didn't get to see it, there are clips of you amongst the interwebs of your incredible performance of the Tease. Beautiful
Oh,
Ashley, our amazing composer lyricist, created a pop single version for you that you released on Center Stage through Center Stage Records,
yeah.
the same record company owned by Van Deen, who is a dear friend of mine, has become a friend of yours.
Yeah.
You know, so people can check out that pop single version of one of Lucia's big numbers, The Tease, what you premiered at Musical Con. Aimie, I'm curious for you, you know, in working on new musicals specifically, especially for this assignment of this 2 week process, it's fast and furious, and you've done it before. I'm curious what advice you can give me who has never done it besides prayers and grace. But you know, I'm curious, like, just to give people like a little bit of an insider look at what really goes into putting this all. I mean, obviously, I'm doing a lot of pre-pro
Yeah,
work that you
yeah,
know
yeah,
I can talk about on another Figaro
yeah,
Friday. But
yeah.
for you as the actor, right? You know, there's a lot being expected of you.
Hmm.
What is the experience? What has it been like for you thus far? And also, I'm taking notes.
Yeah, sure. Well, as people who are watching are probably very aware, there is and there has been a lot, which is fabulous. A lot of musicals that now use this concept of, you know, maybe a 2 week, 3 week, something like that rehearsal period, and then putting on a show somewhere fabulous, like what we're doing at the Palladium. And I've done it, as people know, I've done a few before. The last one I did was Death Note, and we did 2 weeks, and then we had 2 shows or 4 shows, something like that. And listen, I'll be honest with you, it can be quite stressful. But I
Yeah.
think what is amazing, and what we said before, is with Death Note, like I just got it on the day, and then we had the 2 weeks to work it. But I think for us, what's amazing is we've got so much lead up time that we can, and obviously you're doing all your prep. When I, you know, get our final draft, I'll be doing all that prep, and then really then in the room we can just play around and have a good time doing it, you know, and just it's going to be joyous, isn't it? It's going to be super fun, and we can just crack on and do the hard work that needs to be done. But I think the prep is going to be so good for us.
Absolutely. I mean, look at I was a performer for many, many years.
Yeah, you
And
get
what
it.
well, yeah, and I also, as a director with my director hat on, especially for this assignment, I need to. It doesn't make sense to do it any other way than to like work my ass off with Ashley, and also we have this beautiful friend of mine, Jonathan McKenna, coming on as an additional book writer to really kind of dig out and really. I can't wait for you to receive it because what I'm really proud of where the libretto's at now, where was even compared to where it was even 2 months ago,
Mm.
was that with Jonathan, Ashley and I have really dug into the intricacies of what it is to be a human. But beyond that, the arc of each character, and even beyond that, consolidate. Because Ashley's songs are so rich that
Mm.
how do we, in a show don't tell way, get from one beat to another by saying with as much as possible in as little real estate as possible?
Yeah,
And
yeah, definitely.
so that's been a really fun journey that I'm excited to get to you all. So that you have 2 months of prep, and of course I would do that. Like it has to be. And also, if big changes
Yeah.
randomly come up that have to be changed,
Yes.
you know what? No, it's so beautiful for this assignment. I remind myself it's one step in the journey. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
yes, exactly, exactly. It's all a journey, and I think if we could, like, that's the thing. In our rehearsal time, if things need to be changed, they need to be changed because you'll be seeing it for the first time, and you might see something and think, "Oh no, maybe it should be this. Maybe we should change that." And hopefully we'll have a little bit of time to do that. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I mean, look at we what I'm really excited about is that of course things are going to come up in rehearsal room. That's the beauty of live theater.
Yeah.
Um, but the prep that me, Jonathan, and Ashley have been doing mainly for the past 2 months, like, we've really put in the work to like try and mitigate as much as possible so that
Mm.
we can just, like you said, just really jump into the sandbox with abandon.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the best bit about what we do is like the creation of things.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I love the most, is being in a room with other actors and creatives and just finding out what works and not being not being afraid to make mistakes and fail because that's how you find out, what works.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to remind some people who don't know already. My name is Will Nunziata, the co-creator, co-book writer, and director of Figaro, an original musical, being joined by West End Olivier-nominated superstar of the theater, of recording, of humanity, Aimie Atkinson, who is joining us as Lucia, one of our stars. And I'm so excited too that we've announced other people as
Yeah.
part of our cast. Playing Sienna is, of course, Kaylee Capaldi coming over from the States. Playing beautiful Amelia, we have Sophia Goodman, who just is coming off of playing Matilda on the West End.
Yeah.
Playing, oh my gosh, who else do we have? We have my friend Maggie Salamini, who is our beautiful ensemble and playing an ensemble and standby, and of course we have John Robbins. John Robbins as our Figaro. He is someone like you, Amy. I've been such a fan of for many years, and to see both of you together on a stage, I'm curious to know, one, have you ever worked with him? Two, what you're most excited about in seeing his Figaro, knowing a little bit about the show.
Yes. I have worked with John before, only recently actually, just last year, we did a workshop together of another new musical. And I had never worked with him before, and he's just fabulous. He is not only like super talented, just lovely, and like a real hard worker. The show we were doing was really difficult and had like difficult subject matter, and he was fabulous. So I'm super excited to work with him again on a longer process, and I think he's going to bring real weight to the character. and his voice is just ridiculous. People will know who are watching us right now who have seen John before. He's just got stunning
He
voice.
really,
So that can't happen.
he really does. And look at the way that Ashley has built this score. It is to be sung by not only great actors, but proper singers with instruments.
Yeah.
And you look at everyone, including yourself, that were just born with, again, singer myself for many years. I hate to say it, but you're either born with it or you're not. And I'm not like being, I don't want to be overly dramatic about it, because of course it's the acting first, but this is in the realm of Ashley's biggest influences, Phantom of the Opera, Les Mis, that you need that instrument. And so I'm so thrilled that the likes of the cast that we've announced thus far, between Sophia, Kaylee, John, and yourself, to really sink your teeth into an original score. I'm curious, having sung many original scores, that have run the gamut from the pop to the contemporary to the more legit.
Mhm.
What are you most excited about, especially with the breadth of Lucia's musical journey and narrative, that you're excited to really sink your teeth into?
Oh, I mean, what I love the most is this. That's where I really thrive, is doing new material. I just find it so exciting. And don't get me wrong, I love obviously singing all the standards, and there's some shows that I would love to do that have been running for a very long time. But what really makes my heart soar and sing is doing this and listening to the score of Figaro. It's just so perfect, because sometimes when I do things, like I'm saying, workshops and new stuff, there's a pressure there in a way, because you're like the one I was doing this week actually was very legit, very soprano, and people who know me will obviously know that most of the work that I've done has been like pop, rock, that sort of stuff, more modern stuff. So sometimes you can feel a pressure there. But with Figaro, when I listened to the score, I was like, wow, this is just, it's going to feel so nice, because it really suits me.
Your skill set. And so, I mean, I'm excited that the audiences at the Palladium are going to be able to get this, first sneak peek at this original show. And when I look at you, Aimie, I think of like the old school stars of yesteryear, the likes of whom had shows built around them, the Angela Lansburys, the Ethel Mermans, the Mary Martins of the world, because you have such a unique repertoire under your belt that not many people as young as you have, which is you have originated and played original roles. I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong, but for the majority of your career, how has that been for you?
I mean, it's funny, isn't it? Because when I was younger and I was first starting out, I thought, well, my dream was always to be in Les
Yes.
Mis, or the Phantom of the Opera. And then when Wicked came along, I wanted to be in Wicked. And actually, I've never done any of those shows. Like you said, I think 99% of everything I've done has been completely original, which I never thought I would do. But as I said, it's really what makes my heart sing. And I feel very lucky that I've been able to be a part of things from their fruition, to see their fruition. It's been amazing. It really has, and I hope I continue to do that. It's been
Well,
a joy.
well, you will, Amy, you will. And I'm sorry if my internet is a little low.
You're okay.
Um, the I mean, look at Amy. You're an original, and I know that you know that, but you're so freaking humble. I also want to just say out there, well, beyond that we're here today speaking with Amy, and I'm seeing all these beautiful comments from so many of your fans, Amy. It's so beautiful.
Thank you, everyone. It's so lovely. I keep seeing them flash up. I'm like, ah.
But and I don't want to take too much more of your time. I want to, before I ask a few final questions, just remind people that they can go to FigaroMusical.com or any of the links around, the Figaro socials. You can follow at Figaro Musical to keep updated. We have an amazing referral program that was just announced
Yes,
today. How cool
I
is
saw
that?
that. That's so cool. I didn't know you were going to do that. It's amazing. Tell everybody what it
Oh
is.
gosh, I wish I had it in front of me
Oh
because
no,
no, well the thing is, I'm so like not technological because I'm on my
I'll
phone
put it
that if I were to like,
on my people who are watching now. I will put it on my story so you can see.
oh,
Um,
beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful. Thank you, Aimie. God bless you. Um, 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 oh, hello, puppy. Is there a C? Yes, there actually is already a world premiere album that you can order, but it's not a CD. Maybe for our West End, our West End cast, we'll have a
Maybe,
CD. I'm just putting it
maybe,
out in the universe.
maybe,
But,
maybe.
um, Aimie, you have such a big following. I think it's not only a testament to your talent and for the types of shows that you've been a part of that happens to have become, these kind of worldwide hits. But I think it's with everyone that's a part of this cast thus far and more to come. It's been very important for me as a director to not only cast people that I think can act and sing the role, but who you root for no matter what and who are relatable. And you have that it factor about you. I'm curious to know um, where that humble ferocity, because it's a dichotomy, right? You're fierce, but you're also fiercely humble. Where does that sense of humanity and humility come from for you?
Oh gosh, I think it's just I've had a lot of I guess knockbacks and things in my life, and things that have happened that have I guess made me just go with the flow. And also in this industry, as much as I love it, I love every single second of it. I love everything that I do, all the shows. It can be fleeting, and I've definitely experienced that in the past. And anyone who's listening who maybe is wanting to be an actor or things like that, it's incredible. And you can have really, really high highs and everything's amazing. You think, wow, this is it. This is fabulous. And then the next day, nothing. And I think because I've had a lot of that in the past, I just try and enjoy every single second and be myself, and hopefully people like it.
Well,
And that's just how I've been living my life. And it's taken a while to get here, but I do think, even like things with Six, when I got Six, I only got it because when I was about 16, I did a show in a pub somewhere, and I sang some songs for some producers who are now producers of Six, but they had remembered me from that, mostly I think because just a person who gets on with it and does it and does their best and all of that sort of stuff. And that's how Six happened. And I think, wow, I think as long as you just work really hard and you're just kind and yourself, it does work out in the end. That's what I think. And that's not to say that I haven't had extreme lows and lots of rejection, but you come out of the other side, and I get to do amazing things like work with you, and that's wonderful.
I know. I agree with you. And what a beautiful sentiment, Aimie. In a business of rejection, it's the constant just continuing to say yes to yourself.
Yeah, yeah, and have that inner confidence. It's not about arrogance. It's
No.
just about I know inside I'm good at what I do. Sometimes I'll have a bad day and I don't take it too seriously. I don't, have a go at myself or anything. We're human and things go wrong, and I might hit a bum note or
Yeah.
whatever it is, say a wrong line or whatever. But it's just about enjoying it, enjoying the journey.
Absolutely. I want to give a special shout out to Nathan, who's been shouting out so much to you. He just screamed,
Oh,
"Believe in yourself!" Yay, Nathan! I agree.
thank you.
You have so many great fans. Oh my God, I want to be Aimie Atkinson for a day. Um, um, Aimie, what are you most excited about in terms of, and this will be my final question, I want to let you go and just first and foremost say to you how grateful I am that our paths have crossed.
Me
How
too.
grateful I am that, you know, like even before you were cast, I think like I slipped into your DMs. Like, how
You did.
creepy is that?
You did,
How,
but I loved it.
wait, but was this like during the pandemic where I was
Yeah.
like, there's a role for you?
Yeah.
And you're probably like, who's this? Who's the crazy person that wears black every day?
Yeah, but it was so nice though, and I love that because, you know, as, again in the industry, you know, I've got my agent, I've got my
I know,
manager, I've got all these people
I
that are
know.
around me, and actually sometimes it's just quite nice. You know, we
I
spoke.
break protocol all the time, but your
Yeah,
manager Hillary loves me.
yeah,
Hi, Hillary.
you're her best friend right now.
Right now, Hillary. No, I love you, Hillary. You know that. But I guess you know a testament to anyone out there on whatever side of the aisle you are, performer, director, writer, creator, that if you get rejected, that there's a space within yourself. There's an opportunity to find that space within yourself, to believe in yourself in not a cocky way, but also dare I go so far to say what a beautiful opportunity that we have as artists to also tap into our younger selves and remember who that person was that wanted to be in the position we're in now. You know what I mean? Do you
Yeah,
ever feel, Amy, like, do you ever go back to that younger self of yours to like really almost like, because I know I have to, if I'm ever like in the trenches and I've gotten like 12 no's in a day,
yeah.
I almost have to remember like the 12-year-old who was like, I can't wait to be in New York and get rejected. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? That's when you know you've made it.
That's so true. Listen, 90% of doing this is rejection. So, you know, we're doing it. We're here. No, definitely. You know what? I should do it more though,
Yeah,
because gosh, I just every night when I used to go to bed, I used to just dream of I just want to be in theatre. I just want to act. I just want to perform. And here I am doing it,
I know.
you know, and that is, I need to do that more. I need to check in with that younger Aimie and just be like, listen, it's you've done you are living the dream. You are. Every single day I get to do what I dreamed. I am so lucky.
You lead with that gratitude, whether you show it or not, Amy. And again, I just want to say, everyone who has joined us on this hashtag Figaro Fridays, I'm sure we're going to be able to get
Yeah,
Amy back at some
yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, Amy, I adore you. I adore you as a talent, as a human, as a friend. Like, I think of you and I'm like, what a great human. And I'm just so thrilled that I get to not only have the opportunity to really dig in with you on this original role that was built around your skill set, but also I'm really excited about the future. And not only this show, but hopefully many, many others.
Me too. I think we met, we just instantly, it was like meeting someone that I've known for a very long time. And I could see, like, you know, I was like, wow, we're going to be in each other's lives. Like, that's so beautiful. It doesn't happen very often. So, yeah, super grateful. So grateful.
Amen. Well, listen, everyone, you can get your tickets
Yeah.
anywhere. You can get it on the Figaro social media, Amy's social media. We got a referral program now. Amy's going to put it up on our stories. It's on the at Figaro musical. Is that what the kids say? The grid?
Yeah, the grid.
But I don't. I hope they don't say it like that. The grid. I
The
don't
grid.
know. I That's me trying to be cool, everyone. Um, I want to do a special shout out to everyone who has joined us. Oh, I see so many amazing people, including on the Figaro team. So far, I've seen Alex, our lighting designer. I
Yeah.
saw Kathleen, one of our co-producers. I saw Michael, our co-lead producer, and others as well. Amy, final word for you.
Yeah.
If you could give people words
Oh,
that
gosh.
describes Figaro, an original musical,
Oh,
what would it be?
epic. Epic. Oh, I think musically lavish. That's two words, but lavish.
Mm,
And I'd say I'm gonna say dark, but in the most positive, sexy way.
Hey, wait till you read the next libretto.
Ooh!
We go there, thanks in large part to our amazing composer lyricist Ashley, who is always along with our additional book writer Jonathan, really, I just love peeling the onion with people. Isn't that such a great thing, artists, when you just get to keep peeling it?
Yeah, that's the best bit. That's what I mean. Like the creativity, they're just like getting into the nitty gritty of it.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I cannot wait for people to see you in this iconic role. I think it's going to be not only another iconic role of songs that people are going to be bopping to for years, but wait till you see some of these. I know I haven't really spoken yet, specifically with our costume designer, Sophia Pardon, who's a genius, but you're going to have iconic looks,
Oh,
my
I
love.
can't wait. I love a costume. I love a costume change.
Oh, and
Oh.
and I think you might be having one or two on stage.
I can't
And that's the
wait.
one time in this interview I have not flinched or mugged. No,
Yeah.
it will be on stage. Aimie, I adore you. I can't wait to speak with you soon. Thank you all so
Yes,
much for joining us today for #Figaro Fridays. And we can't wait to see you at the Palladium on the 3rd and 4th of February. And Aimie, we'll see you soon on our little talk show of shows.
absolutely. Get your tickets, everybody, and we will see you there.
Love you, my love.
Bye.
Bye.